So they think they're big and bad, right? But they're not. And don't we have someone going around there with like a gray Jeep? Just keep on going around. Are you jealous and envy because Katie Lennon mentioned it's getting attention? It's the feelings I feel about her. There is she's getting attention because she's the one worthy enough to have my attention. All you other fuckheads or fuck people don't. Because I work for myself, but I also work for the people. I work for the people, I work for myself. You guys are one-sided. Well, it's like 1+1. I know the answer's 2. But these snots, these stuck-up people, they think there's 4. And then when you go over there to explain the answer's 2, you're giving them time to sit there and blah, 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 and try to brainwash you that the answer's 4. But let them go on with the goddamn self, because at the end of the day, those are going to be clowns. You keep on walking forward, and you know the answer's 2. And another thing, they're rich punk kids that think you're wealthy, right? Back in the day, you wouldn't have the balls enough to run your mouth, let alone raise your fucking hands back in the day. Because you would have got your ass knocked the fuck out, and you would have got your ass handed to you. But you're 14 coming after reverse psychology, 14-year-old person. Do you know how many years and life experience I have over you? One hit, I would have probably paralyzed you for life. Because you guys are that weak. Not weak, W-E-E-K. I'm talking about weak, W-E-A-K. Weak. You're not tough, but you think you are. You're pussies. Because if you were so big and bad, you would not have to go and jump on. You would have done it by yourself. You wouldn't have had you and somebody else do it. That's just showing you how much a punk you really is. But another thing, just because your parents showed you that you can wine and dine them, does not mean when you're an adult and you get out the house, you can wine and dine other people. You guys gotta learn what friends are inside, in and out of work. If you can't be friends at work, you don't need to be friends out to work. You need to understand what friends are. When your friend, a real friend, will come to work to come get the money. And then your friends outside of work. But you cannot be friends inside of work, because now if your friends on the outside of work, you guys joke around and stuff like that. So instead of common collective when you come in here and just do your job, you think, oh, we're best friends, so I can do whatever I want. I can call out, I can call in, I can call out. And the person, they down for you. So with the people that's watching, what the fuck, bro? Like, why are you letting her to do that? But if it was somebody else calling in, you'd tell them not even fucking bother come back. But they're your friends, so therefore it's okay for them to do it, but it's not okay for somebody else to do it. That's showing how cheap people is. So when you're pussy and a spoiled little brat, Harry, you're a bitch. From Travelodge, once you get off your lazy fucking ass and do something, it's your building, right? Get up and do something. Because you came over here with a bunch of money, turned it into bigger bills, and took somebody else's American company over their business over. So now the Americans, we're slaves to you. And it's not gonna fucking happen. You're taking you want to replace the S with varies. And you want us to be put in slavery. And you guys rule the world. It's not gonna fucking happen like that. We still have Indians in this world, and you're fucking looking at one. That's why I said you took my ancestors from me. And you will not take my people from us since I'm here on land. Capiche? And, and another thing. Let me tell you something. When kids, do you want me to tell you how kids work? Kids, they sit there, when you say no to them, they cry and cry and pout, telling you why. And then it's basically they're waiting for you to give in. So when you give in, now you're showing the kid what to do next after you say no to him or no to her. They throw a tantrum to make you feel bad and guilty because you said no to them. And then when you're an Indian giver and you want just to give it to them, to shut them the fuck up. That's the wrong thing to do, because now when you say no to them again, they're going to keep on doing the same thing, whining and dining you. So when you say no, put your foot down and say and mean no. Let them throw a tantrum. Look at them in the face. Do you want something to fucking cry about? I'll give you a reason to cry. Now shut the hell up and suck it up like a man. Or suck it up like a female. Suck it up. You are allowed to say no. Especially when the energy is nothing but negative and you're wasting your time. You're allowed to say no. But people need to understand the prissy kids that live under wealth, but their parents never show them the way. They never show them respect. All it is a publicity stunt. So when you say no, and they throw a head fit and cry and cry and cry, they want to see how far they can get you before you give into them. So when you give into them, the next time they ask for something and you say no, they already know what to do. All they have to do is whine and pout, whine and dine, and you're eventually going to give in. So the first time you give in, you're showing them how you're running. You don't want to show them nothing. You want to let them know that you have dominance over them, not them having dominance over you. When you say no, you stand by and stand on but what you say. No. You want it? Go to work, mow the lawn. You want this? Mow the lawn, do the dishes, do some work. And you shut them up real goddamn quick now, wouldn't you? Because these kids have no clue what work initiative. They don't have a clue what work is, let alone going to school without getting bribed. Let alone listening to adults. You guys are bribing these kids everywhere. Why do you think they're selfish little brats? They're whining and dining everyone, and no one seems to care. And you're all saying yes. You gotta show them no. Put your foot down. That's the only way you're gonna make these learn. They answer no. They're prissy people. When they don't get their way, they cry like a little McNugget chicken from McDonald's. Crybabies. That's what we call them. Back in the day, if we did that, we had everything taken out of a room. We got our ass beat, and you stay the fuck in there all day with nothing to do. These kids today would not have the balls enough to say something to their parents back in the day. We had discipline back in the day. Today, we have no discipline. Why do you think these kids are acting like little fucking babies and little bullies? Because you can't do nothing to them. Now, if you could punch someone in the face once, 90% of them will, oh shit, and wake the fuck up. And realize this ain't their world, it's our world. The kids do not run the adults. The adults own the children. And these children are acting like they own you, and you're acting like you're a little child, but you're an adult, letting your kid run you all over the place there, April Humble. And then Deani, you sitting there thinking you're all Kong shit because you're running your mother around. So now you think you can run your cousin around. I'm not your mother there, bitch. I'm not your uncle, neither, Deani, you stupid mother. I'm your cousin. I was more of a father to you and Jalen than your mother was a mother to you, Bree, or Jalen. Dan, the baby's mom, and April Humble, aren't you and Dan related? But you had a kid named Brianna together? How disgusting is that? That's bull. And then your excuses. Oh, we found out 2 weeks later that we were related. That's disgusting, bro. This is just an excuse. Just like Danny and Tisha. Just like Stacy and Gary. Gary Merchant. You're Stacy George's uncle, but you're fucking her, right? You're an uncle of hers, but you're fucking her. That's incest, bro. That's disgusting. And Danny, brag. Tisha is your first cousin. It's our first cousin. But you have 3 kids with your first cousin, and you're married with your first cousin. Disgusting. Incest, bro. Incest breed. I don't deal with that shit. I'm built different. I'm not incest. It's disgusting. You guys are, though. You want to keep running your mouth? I'll keep putting you to fucking sleep.